From the Weather NorCal Command Center, this is your Evening Update. Your weekend weather update is made possible by Caltrans District 2.
Furniture and Mattress 86 is stocked with mattresses. Mattresses starting at $149. Try our 120-night trial. Mattresses come with a 20-year warranty. Up to 72 months, 0 interest. Free local delivery and pickup. Furniture and Mattress 86 on Merchant Avenue across from the post office in Reading. If you find it for less, you should buy it.
Well, happy Sunday evening to you. I'm Chief Meteorologist Mike Krueger in for Chase Wilson here this evening. One last announcement. I've got a ticket giveaway. All you have to do if you want to win tickets to the Reading Rodeo for next week, all you have to do is email me at mkrueger@weathernorcal.com. Or it's even easier if you just go to weathernorcal.com, click on Contact in the menu bar at the top, fill out the form. Just give me your name, let me know these are for the rodeo tickets, and you are entered. You got that one last chance because I'll be announcing the winners. Yes, there are going to be several winners here for a set of tickets here throughout next week. So Monday is the day. Tomorrow's the day. I'll be announcing those winners at 6:30 in the morning on Coffee with Krueger. We'll see you there. Here's a look at your weather headlines. We've got a big temperature drop here for your Monday. A big drop. I mean, temperatures are not going to get out of the 60s for the valley. We're talking about scattered showers and thunderstorms throughout the day Monday, and even some parts of Northern California on Tuesday as well. So a bit of a cooler and unsettled weather pattern over the next couple of days. Now, I do expect a gradual warming trend after that. Once we start going into Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, temperatures will increase, but we're not looking at a major heat wave. We're going to stay below 90 degrees in the valley. That looks like that's going to be the case here. Also, as we get toward the end of next week, and in particular next weekend, around Saturday, there could be another chance for some cooler weather and maybe some more showers, especially in the higher elevations. So there still is a bit to unpack here. We'll get into all of that in our deeper dive forecast here in just a bit. But here's a look at Krueger's Quickcast for your Sunday, May 11th. All right, tonight we are looking at showers developing, and they're going to be coming in from west to east through the night tonight. I do expect mainly dry conditions tonight for Modoc County and the eastern mountains, but west of that, there will be some showers coming in around midnight and shortly after midnight. So tomorrow morning, you're heading out the door. Now, this looks like a complete washout, doesn't it? Not everyone's going to be wet at exactly 8 o'clock tomorrow morning, but everyone is going to be looking at mostly cloudy skies and a chance for some showers off and on through the morning hours. There still is a wind advisory here until 1 o'clock tomorrow morning, basically tonight, and until 11 o'clock tonight for the eastern mountains. So the wind's still a bit gusty going into the overnight hours. The winds, though, are still going to be off and on breezy here as we take you through the day on Monday. Here's Monday morning. You see the winds are pretty strong, especially in the south and east side of the valley and the eastern mountains. A little gusty out along the coast as well. Taking a look at Monday afternoon, you've got a few areas that you'll see 10, 15, maybe 20 miles per hour. And a lot of the winds will be associated with the thunderstorms that develop for tomorrow morning and tomorrow afternoon. So what's going to be the source for those thunderstorms? Well, this right here. You see the spinning area of low pressure. These speckled clouds right in here. This is cold air that's getting kind of that's kind of rotating around the area of low pressure. All of that is shifting eastward, and that's what's going to be bringing us the clouds, the cooler temperatures, the showers, the thunderstorms. So let's take you into tonight. Most of the rain at 8 o'clock and through the evening hours will be to the west of the valley. But as we go overnight tonight, early tomorrow morning, you see how it all starts to spread eastward. Now what you'll notice is we're not looking at widespread rainfall across the region. We're looking at scattered showers for tomorrow morning. So not everyone will be wet at 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. There will be scattered showers and maybe even a few thunderstorms. And by the way, we're seeing snow as low as 4,000 feet in some cases here for tomorrow morning, probably rising throughout the day. But you can see by midday, same situation. Scattered showers, possible thunderstorms across the board. By the time we go into the afternoon and into the evening, now what we're noticing here is central Siskiyou, the valley, eastward, all seeing showers and thunderstorms. To the west of that, you can see that chances are beginning to diminish. We're getting on the backside of the storm and things are starting to dry out. So by 10 o'clock tonight, most of the showers and thunderstorms are off to the east. The valley's still seeing maybe a chance for a few showers in some areas here, but then we could see another round for some areas on Tuesday. More on that in the deeper dive here in just a second, but here's what it looks like here for your Monday. Yeah, scattered showers and thunderstorms throughout the day for pretty much all of Northern California, and significantly cooler than we've been experiencing over the last few days. So looking at your 7-day forecast, there are the thunderstorms, showers and thunderstorms for Monday. I've included a chance, and you'll see what I'm talking about when I talk about that chance for Tuesday for Redding, maybe Red Bluff, and even Chico. But the farther south you go, the slimmer the chances, which again, we'll take a close look at that a little bit later. And then you see temperatures increasing and drying out, and should be dry through the rest of next week and through even next weekend. But temperatures are really not warming up much higher than the mid-80s. We take a look at your 7-day forecast for the coast, inland, and Trinity County. There's the showers and thunderstorms. Now, there could be a chance on Tuesday for Trinity County, especially northern Trinity County. But for the coast and inland, most likely dry on Tuesday, and then dry through Friday, and most likely dry through the weekend as well. However, Trinity County, you may get caught up in a shower next Saturday. Now we take a look at Siskiyou, Modoc County, Eastern Mountains. Showers and thunderstorms for both Monday and Tuesday, drying out Wednesday, and then another chance for showers possibly by the first half of next weekend. That is a look at Krueger's Quickcast. That's as quick as I could do it, but that's going to do it for you if that's all you need. However, stick around if you want to go a little deeper dive for as we go through next week. And just want to remind you, there's a free 24-hour streaming channel available on every platform that Weather NorCal is available on. WeatherNorCal.com, the free Weather NorCal app, Fire TV, Roku. Just search for Weather NorCal in those app stores, and anywhere YouTube is available, including your smart TV. Check it out. So this is the area of low pressure right here. That's what we've got spinning right here. This is what's going to be moving on in. That colder and unstable air is going to be moving in as well. So the Storm Prediction Center is putting us at least in a chance for showers and thunderstorms for pretty much all of Northern California on Monday. By Tuesday, you see the best chances do look to be off to the east. But, I think some of those could be making the way even to parts of Siskiyou County, northeastern Shasta County, and even eastern portions of Lassen County, Tehama County as well. So let's take you through the night tonight. You see how it all just pushes eastward. And the main area of low pressure is still here. So the flow, the counterclockwise flow, is coming in from the southwest here as we go into early tomorrow morning. So as you're asleep in bed, you may see some showers developing here, especially for the north end of the valley, northward into Siskiyou County, westward, but mostly dry off into the eastern mountains at this point. Of course, the coast seeing some activity too. As we go into tomorrow morning, 6 a.m., you see there's a bit of a lull in the valley, but still some scattered showers possibly. Look at the snow that we're seeing out there as well. So we're seeing snow, as I mentioned, as low as 4,000 feet, but generally between 4,000 and 5,000 feet with those snow levels. That's pretty low for this time of the year. And we go to 9 a.m. on Monday morning, still some scattered showers and possible thunderstorms. You're seeing another round coming in for the coast. Then we go into midday Monday, scattered showers and thunderstorms. And you can see really a lot of it is in the higher elevations, but the valley is going to see that chance throughout the day, and especially going through the afternoon. 3 o'clock Monday afternoon, showers and thunderstorms. And by the way, these thunderstorms are capable of producing brief periods of heavy downpours, right? Some gusty winds, hail, lightning. So these are all things you got to really kind of pay attention to as these storms push on through. And you'll most likely notice it, especially when these thunderstorms pass on through. At this point, I'm not expecting any severe thunderstorms, but we may get close in some spots here. You can see 6 p.m. on Monday. What we're beginning to notice here is things are beginning to dry out to the west. I'd say for central Siskiyou County, valley, eastward, still showers and thunderstorms are in the forecast. By Monday night, it's mainly off to the east. Things are drying out to the west of that. We see a lull in the activity here late Monday night, early Tuesday morning. But look at this. We've got another disturbance coming in from the north. Now, this is going to steer clear of Del Norte, Humboldt counties, most of Trinity County as well, but northeastern Trinity County, central Siskiyou County, and you see how it does clip the north end of the valley. Redding, maybe even Red Bluff, maybe even Chico getting caught up in some of that, but then it quickly dissipates by the second half of the day on Tuesday, and we're seeing the bulk of the showers and thunderstorms here, where we did see the Storm Prediction Center doing a pretty good job with that's where the bulk of the activity will be. That's 4 p.m. Tuesday. Then by Tuesday night, it's done with, and we're finally done with the rain and showers and thunderstorms, and it dries out by the time you get into Wednesday. So how much rain can we expect? Well, this is a bit of a disservice. I don't want you to ever look at, especially when you're talking about scattered showers, off and on showers and thunderstorms. You can never look at these numbers to be exact because they never will be. I think most of the rain, number one, will be in Del Norte County. You see the yellow? That's upwards of an inch or more in some areas of Del Norte County. Now, Crescent City looks like it's showing only about a half an inch, but it could be more than that. Now, for the valley, what you'll notice kind of a wide spread, especially the south. Willows, as you head south, only a few hundredths, but as you head to the north end of the valley, maybe close to a quarter of an inch of rainfall. Now, there are other parts like Red Bluff, maybe even Chico, that could see upwards of a quarter of an inch, maybe even more. See, the thing is, we're seeing scattered showers and thunderstorms. So you could see a brief period of heavy rainfall with a thunderstorm that moves out, then maybe another one will move in and you see another brief period of heavy rainfall. It depends on how many of those push through your area, will depend on how much rain you get, right? That's the bottom line. And you can see even some decent amounts out towards the northeast, out towards Alturas and Aden, quite possibly seeing over a quarter of an inch. And snow, yeah, we've got snow in the forecast for the higher elevations. And any accumulation, you're going to have to mainly go above 5,000, 6,000 feet, but there could be some light accumulation. Now, places like Chester, I think you'll see snowflakes. Bernie, probably not. I think you're going to be a little bit too low. But Viola, northeast of Shingletown, sure. I don't think Weaverville, Hayfork will see any. I don't think Mount Shasta City will. Alturas, though, you might see some snowflakes, maybe even some light accumulation. Fall River Mills, it's not out of the question for you either. It's kind of interesting. And what about road conditions? Well, I'm not terribly concerned about it, but you can see as we take you into 6 a.m. on Monday, you see that? We've got out on Scott Mountain, 5,400 feet. You can see some snow on the mountain there. But elsewhere, you're really not seeing it, right? Because the snow levels are fairly high. However, by 9 a.m. Monday, look at this, Cedar Pass, possibly seeing some of that, but really not seeing much even off into the eastern mountains. And it looks like Scott Mountain beginning to kind of clear out. And then as snow levels start to rise through the day on Monday, what we're going to start to see is that rain on top of snow. So really, it's just going to be in the form of rain and wet roads and not necessarily snow. So not terribly concerned about chain requirements, but if you are traveling in some of the higher mountains, especially near Tahoe or say above 5,000 feet, just check those latest road conditions. You can see through next week after Tuesday will be dry for Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. But you see this right here? This is a disturbance that is expected to clip Northern California. And the forecast model has been going a little bit back and forth on this, but we're starting to see a little bit more consistency that sometime around Saturday, we're going to see a system kind of clip here. Now, this could potentially bring showers, I think, for the northern mountains and eastern mountains as well. The valley at this point looks to be dry, and I know that this could be an area of concern for those of you heading out to the Redding Rodeo on Saturday when we have rain this close, and it certainly could be a concern. At this point, I'm not concerned about it. I think it'll be mainly in the higher elevations. This will also maybe kick up those winds a little bit here on Saturday. By Sunday, it completely dries out. High pressure right here. That's what's going to be building in, and temperatures increasing again. And remember, I was talking about those temperatures. They're not going to get much warmer than the mid-80s through next week, but by the week after that, it does get a little bit warmer as high pressure builds in. So the winds were strongest today. That's what we're expecting here. But the winds will die down, but still gusty at times through the day on Monday, especially for the valley and eastern mountains and even the coast. We see a lull in that wind on Tuesday, but Tuesday afternoon, picking up again out of the north, and you can see gusting upwards of around 15, 20 miles an hour. So not a major wind event, but it is something you will notice off and on here over the next several days. Now the 10-day trend with your temperatures, nice and cool on Monday. Slightly warmer on Tuesday. We're back in the 80s. You see how it just kind of levels out through the end of next week into next weekend in the mid 80s. And then after that, we see high pressure slowly build in. Not very strong though, only about 90, 91 for that next Monday and Tuesday. And there is the look at the Redding Rodeo. Saturday is the day. Again, we're watching for the potential for rain, but not in the valley, most likely in the mountains if we see it. Now the wave heights are increasing here for tonight and as we go through the day tomorrow. So there are most likely, I know tonight there will be small correct advisories here. There may be more small correct advisories through the day on Monday. So be aware of that, but we do expect those wave heights to most likely drop a little bit by next Tuesday as we go into Tuesday. But again, still maybe some small craft advisories. All right, so for tonight, I'd say around the early morning hours, the eastern mountains will start to see showers, but otherwise dry tonight. Elsewhere, though, after midnight, you start seeing showers for parts of the valley, westward obviously as well. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at our Trinity County neighborhood forecast. Temperatures upper 50s to around 60. There's the thunderstorms, chance for showers. It's not a very big chance. I think it just may clip places like Trinity Center, Weaverville, Lewiston, but to the south and west of that, you should be dry on Tuesday. We take you out to the North Coast neighborhood forecast. I think you're dry by Tuesday, dry through the weekend as well, and temperatures kind of, for the coast at least, hovering in the upper 50s to about 60. Here's your North Coast neighborhood forecast to the north, and you can see I've got you dry on Tuesday and dry all the way through next week and even next weekend as well. We've got showers and thunderstorms for Siskiyou County tomorrow, Tuesday as well, and then by Wednesday through Friday, you're dry, maybe a chance for showers by next Saturday. Modoc County, showers and thunderstorms for tomorrow and Tuesday, dry Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, then another chance for showers on Saturday. We take you to the south, into the eastern mountains. Temperatures there, mainly in the 40s and 50s. You've got showers and thunderstorms for Monday, Tuesday, dry Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then Saturday, yeah, maybe another chance for showers. How about the valley? Well, you can see here we got the chance for showers and thunderstorms on Monday. I think the chances for showers in Oroville are going to be very, very slim here as we take you into your Tuesday, but it will be dry for your Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, and most likely through the weekend. There's your 7-day forecast for Chico. Showers and thunderstorms on Monday. A slight chance for showers on Tuesday, but again, I think the better chances for those showers on Tuesday will be places like Redding and maybe even Red Bluff. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, even through the weekend, it is dry. But look at the temperatures. I'm going to show you the 7-day forecast for Redding. You see how we get up to about 75 degrees on Tuesday. Again, Redding has the better chance for a shower or two, nothing heavy on Tuesday. Then you can see we climb up to about 80 degrees for the first day of the Redding Rodeo. For Thursday, Friday, Saturday, you're going to average out between 85 and 87. Nothing too terribly warm. Should be pretty nice. Saturday, you'll notice a few more clouds entering the picture, but at this point, I'm going to keep it dry. Sunday, you're not going to warm up at all. You're, in fact, still staying in the mid-80s. It's really not until that next week that we could be looking at the potential for temperatures back into the low 90s. That is your evening update. I'll be back again tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. and live on Coffee with Krueger at 6:30 in the morning, announcing the winners of the Redding Rodeo tickets. Until then, have a great night.